Welcome to part 1 of our series, The Mystery of the Father and the Son. Before I speak about this topic, this was a new study which just came to my heart when I was going to work, and when I was riding my bike. There was a scripture which came to my mind, and I prayed to Yahuwah about it. And when I was fast asleep just day before yesterday, a few scriptures opened up to me in my sleep. So I thought that I will make a study to make everyone understand what is the mystery of the Father and the Son. So let's begin by reading Colossians chapter 2, verses 2. It says, "In order that their hearts might be encouraged, being knit together in love, and to all riches of the entire confirmation of understanding, to a true knowledge of the secret of Elohim and of the Father, Abayenu, and of Mashiach." Right? So here Paul is saying that he wants everyone to be encouraged together in love. All right, and he says that he hopes that everyone would have a confirmation of understanding of the true knowledge of the secret of Elohim, of the Father and of Mashiach. Alright, the word for Father there is Abayenu. Okay, and the verse that I was talking about, Luke chapter 22 verses 41, is the verse that struck me when I was going to work. Alright, it says, "And he withdrew from them about a stone's throw, and falling on his knees he was praying." So this was just before Yahusha went to the stake. Alright, he knelt down and he prayed, and it says that he was about a stone's throw away from his disciples, and he knelt down and he prayed. Now the word for stone is Aban, which is H68. Alright, and this is how Aban is written. It's the Aleph, the Bet, and the Nun. Alright, and Aban has got the root word Ban, which means son, and Ab, which means father. Ab, which means father. Okay. Now the Abari language is actually very deep. While the word may seem very common, a stone, right? But the word also has got deep meaning when you see it in scriptures. Where it defines about Mashiach. Alright, so that's what I wanted to share in this study. Alright, where it says, let's begin by reading Zechariah chapter 14 verses 4 to 7. Alright, it says, "And in that day his feet shall stand upon the Mount of Olives, which faces Jerusalem on the east, and the Mount of Olives shall be split in two from east to west, a very great valley, and half of the mountain shall move towards the north, and half of it towards the south. And you shall flee to the valley of my mountain, for the valley of the mountains reaches to Atsal. And you shall flee as you fled from the earthquake in the days of Uzziah, sovereign of Yehuda. And Yahuwah my Elohim shall come, and all the set apart ones with you." Verse 6, "And in that day it shall be, there is no light, it is dark." Verse 7, "And it shall be one day which is known to Yahuwah, neither day nor night, but at evening time there shall be light." So where was Mount of Olives? You will be surprised to know that Mount of Olives was in Gethsemane. Alright, there was a garden in Gethsemane where Yahusha frequently went, and that garden was on Mount of Olives. If you read Luke chapter 22 verses 39 to 41, this is where I am going to read from. "And coming out, he went to the Mount of Olives according to usage, and his taught ones also followed him." Verse 40, "And coming to the place, he said to them, Pray that you do not enter into trial." Verse 41, "And he withdrew from them about a ban's throw." The word for throw there is Kala. Okay, we'll come to that a little later. So let me at least list that word down. Right, Kala is H7 049, H7049, and Kala is the Kuf, okay, the Lamed and the He. Alright, this is the word Kala. Kala means throw, sling, or hurl. It's like something which is picked up. A sling is taken and it is thrown. Okay, so that's the word Kala over there. So it's very interesting to see that just before Yahusha went on the stake, he was on the Mount of Olives. Now when you compare it to Zechariah's prophecy, alright, it says that in that day his feet shall stand upon the Mount of Olives. Now it's talking about Yahuwah, alright, and it says that his feet will stand on the Mount of Olives, and which faces Jerusalem on the east, and the Mount of Olives shall be split into two, it says, alright, one towards the north and one towards the south. Now many carnal Christians, or even those who call upon the name of Yahuwah, take this verse very fleshly. They look towards a third temple where they say that Yahusha will come and his feet will stand on Mount of Olives and it will literally split, and he'll walk through that valley into the gate of Jerusalem, and then he will walk into the temple, and once again the temple sacrifices will be start. All this kind of fleshly things I have heard. But this is not how we interpret scripture. We need to see comparison between scriptures with scripture, and comparing spiritual things with spiritual, in order to understand the Dabar of Allahi. Alright? So, did Yahusha's feet touch the Mount of Olives? Yes, it did. Because we see him kneeling down and praying to the Father. Alright? So what's interesting to see is that the word stone, alright, has the word Aban, is the word Aban, and has got both the Ab and the Ban, which means the Father and the Son, and it is closely related to the word Abayenu. Alright? Now this is how the word Abayenu is written. Alright? This is Aleph, the Bet, the Yod, the Nun, and the Uav. Alright? Now watch this very carefully. It's very interesting to see. Alright? Abayenu has got the Father, alright, which is the Ab. This is the Ab as the root word. It has got the Ban, which is the Son, alright, and it has got the root word Bayan. Alright, Bayan is, if you see here, Bayan, alright, so let me list it down here. Bayan means understanding, or between. It also shows a separation, alright, like it's like in a tent, alright, where say this is a house, and in the house there are different rooms, but it is one house. Alright? So it shows the separation between the Ab and the Ban and the Uav. You see, what is the Uav? It's the nail, it's a connector. Uav is the connector. So it is the connector between the Father and the Son. And that's the Abayenu. That's what Yeshayahu chapter 9 verse 6 says. Unto us a son is born. Unto us a child is born. Unto us a son is given. And the government will be upon his shoulders. And his name shall be called Wonderful, Counselor, Everlasting Father. Right? And El Gibor, Mighty Al. Right? And Prince of Peace. Let's continue in part 2.